Governor Wallace, promising to stand up for Alabama and to preserve law and order, arrived with prepared script. He drove to the campus from which he had graduated over 20 years ago. Not long after, the two students were brought on campus. They remained in the car while Deputy Attorney General Nicholas Katzenbach, a veteran of the night of rioting at Oxford, and two other federal officials, both Alabama graduates, approached the door. Governor Wallace signaled them to halt. Katzenbach carefully limited himself to asking the governor for assurance that he would not block the entrance of the students. The reply was a long proclamation of defiance.
I stand here today as governor of this sovereign state and refuse to willingly submit to illegal usurpation of power by the central government. I claim today for all the people of the state of Alabama those rights reserved to them under the Constitution of the United States. Among those powers so reserved and claimed is the right of state authority in the operation of the public schools, colleges, and universities.
Katzenbach then withdrew. The two students were escorted to their assigned dormitory. They were on campus, and they stayed. During the intermission, the Alabama National Guard was federalized under the overall command of Brigadier General Henry Graham. After lunch, units of the Guard were ordered to the campus. About 100 men marched to the shadow of Foster Auditorium. Governor Wallace again took his position. This time, he was confronted by General Graham and 4 unarmed guardsmen wearing the green berets of Special Forces. The general dutifully ordered him to step aside. The governor read another statement of protest.
We shall now return to Montgomery for the purpose of continuing this fight, this constitutional fight, because we are winning. We shall continue to work for a better Alabama for all the people of this state, both white and Negro.
Hood and Miss Malone were taken into the auditorium and registered. Now, less than 3 months later, Hood has already dropped out. He claimed he was on the verge of a complete mental and physical breakdown. His eventual return is in doubt because of public statements he made accusing both state and university officials of trying to get him expelled. Alabama was the last of the all-white state universities. As in many other southern states, the desegregation here is only token, but it is a start.
Governor George C. Wallace is still in the forefront of the fight against integration of Alabama schools. His views were filmed specifically for this report.
Well, of course, I feel that we have local agitators within this country who like to stir up trouble for one reason or another. And I feel that the communist movement is behind all of the racial demonstrations in this country. And I have a statement here that J. Edgar Hoover made in 1958. And when he was asking for more funds to run the FBI, he said this to a congressional committee. Quote, "The Negro situation is also being exploited fully and continuously by communists on a national scale. Current programs include intensified attempts to infiltrate Negro mass organizations. The party's objectives are not to aid the Negroes, but are designed to take advantage of all controversial issues on the race question so as to create unrest, dissension, and confusion in the minds of the American people."